All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are excited to be here for another episode of The Point Walk the Walk Hoop Talk. I am Troy Miles, and again, I am here with Craig Murray and Ed Davis. Happy holidays, everybody. What's going on, fellas?
Happy holiday, man. Happy holidays.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. You know, once again, the NBA is on the tip of our tongue. And the NBA is on the verge of expansion. Adam Silver recently put out that the league will announce that of the three leading candidates, which is Seattle, Las Vegas, and Mexico City, they'll make that announcement sometime in 2026 is what he says. And with that, you know, there's a bevy of rising stars in the league, and of course there's always the established stars. But at this juncture in the season, let's give out some in-season awards and some kudos and some credits, and because there's a lot of that happening. And so we're gonna talk about what's going on in the NBA, who's doing what, when we come back. So, let's get started talking about the best of the best so far, the 25-26 season. You know, I guess we start at the top. We start at who right now has distinguished themselves as the top player in the league. Who wants to start?
You said a top player or players?
I would say let's start at the top. Who's the top player in the NBA right now? You know what? That's too general. That's too boring.
Yeah.
Let's make it more exciting. So, with that being said, who are the top players in the league so far this season?
It's the usual suspects, like I was saying before. The Jocic, Giannis, Shea. You got Luka. Who else? Curry.
Anthony.
Who else?
Okay, so I guess more specifically, because what your roll call right there was a first team All NBA at except for left Anthony Edwards off, because I think Anthony Edwards would be a first team member at the guard spot.
Who is he going to knock off out of those five I just mentioned? Who's going, Luka?
I think
he definitely not taking Shea's spot.
He can't get Luka, or I guess he can't get Luka or Shea spot. So I guess so. Wow, that's crazy.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight, man.
I guess that's really.
I think Jamal Murray's playing extremely well right now.
I mentioned him. Yeah.
You know, Jamal.
He always the odd man out. Always.
That's right, but this year, you're right. He along with CJ McCollum are the guys that always seem to miss out on that All-Star nod. He's guaranteed. Jamal Murray, if he keeps playing the way he's playing, he's guaranteed at least an All-Star nod, I would say.
Well, he's fully healthy now.
I don't know, man. Flu. I don't know. What about Devin Booker? You see what I'm saying? It's too many. It's like I said, somebody's going to always be the odd man out.
Well, the odd person out to me would be, you have to earn it. You have to do it for a couple years in a row. Like the kid at Portland, Denny Avdia. He's playing at an All-Star clip, but he's not necessarily an All-Star because it's not enough room. There's a pecking order as such. But I think Craig's right. I think Jamal Murray, it's over. First of all, it's overdue that he's an All-Star. He's always
definitely
playing,
deserving for sure.
He's been deserving. I mean, I think he crashed the party in the 2020 in the bubble playoffs is when he really put the basketball world on notice.
But then you pushing away young cats in San Antonio, Castle. You see what I'm saying? We haven't mentioned Wemby. We haven't mentioned Wemby.
Yeah.
You talking top players, Donovan Mitchell, Steph. Okay, so Steph not gonna make it.
You know what?
Come on now.
That's a great name, Ed, because Donovan Mitchell is very, very unsung, and he plays at a first team All NBA. Actually, he was first team All NBA last year, so he doesn't get snubbed. We're snubbing him tonight because. So okay, how do you make room? That's a fight for first team All NBA. If the season ended right now, that'd be a hell of a fight between Donovan at guard, Luka. You've got even quietly, you've got AR
No,
playing at
none of you talking top 5. If you're talking top 5, you got to have Shea, right?
You got Shea and Luka. Shea, if you consider, are we considering Luka a guard?
Huh? He's the point guard.
Yeah. So
he's the point.
Shea and Luka are first team All NBA guards.
Yeah, as of right now, that's what I see.
Yeah.
See, and we're looking over some people having some great years.
Right.
Yeah.
But so
what about center? I mean, Jocic, you got Wemby.
Yeah.
You got Giannis.
And Sengun.
Craig, we
mentioned Sengun, remember? Yeah.
Sengun deserves a nod. You know, I guess the fairest way to talk about it is to just say, you know, who are the top candidates? Because right now it's so tight, and so many guys you could argue are deserving because you have Jalen Duren putting in work. You've like you mentioned, Sengun is playing at a high level. And Wemby, the things he's doing is incredible. But I still think that the top center would be my vote right now would be Joker.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah, he's a walking triple-double. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy.
Easy walking triple-double.
Tonight he had like 30, 14, and 12.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, it's just crazy numbers.
Okay, so that's the guards. That's pretty competitive. If you think of Luka and Shea, doesn't leave much room. So then you got Steph and Anthony Edwards and
Tyrese Maxey having a great year.
Donovan Mitchell and Tyrese Maxey. So
he's having a great year.
Yes, right. How do you? Well, Jalen Brunson won
another one. Yeah, it's tough.
It's right now. It will be impossible. It will be that would be the most snubbed group. Second team All NBA guard be the most snubbed group right now because somebody. It's a pick 'em. If you said to me it was Jalen Brunson, I can't disagree. If you said it's Donovan Mitchell, I can't disagree. I would pick over Steph.
What about Cade Cunningham?
I think Donovan Mitchell gets kind of overlooked because of where they live. I mean, just being Cleveland. You know, it just seems like they don't get, and they're not playing as well as the team as they were last year. Remember, they had that crazy first half of the season last
nice
year.
Run, huh?
Yeah, they had a really nice run. But whenever they don't perform at a high level, you don't think about Cleveland for some reason. I don't know if it's because it's in the Midwest and they just, you don't look at
the Midwest.
Yeah, because you don't look at the city of Cleveland that way.
It must be the Midwest because Ed just mentioned Cade Cunningham, and that's disrespectful because Cade Cunningham right this year, he's pushing first team. And so, for him to mention him in that order is kind of a slight, but that's just the way the league is going. We didn't mention Jalen Johnson either, and Jalen Johnson is deserving of kudos most definitely.
I thought you were going to say Jaylen Brown. I thought you were going to say JB.
Jaylen Brown.
He's playing well, yeah.
But I would say he was on my mind as a small forward. He's on the list, small forwards. But he's a person that could be considered first team All NBA for sure. The season he's having. Man, there's a lot of guys out here, and
it's gonna be some guys that get snubbed, like you said, because AR is having a great year.
AR, he needs to do it. He needs to do it again to back it up. Norman Powell, he's having a breakout season as such, although he's been exceptional. And then sometimes you have to just stop being impressed and just give proper credit. And I'm saying this when I'm mentioning Cade Cunningham. I mean, I know he's a rookie, but really, he's a rookie that gets it done every single. And I know that what you just said, Craig, about Cooper Flag is what we talked about a few weeks ago in terms of Cooper's opportunity. It's gonna take a little more time to bloom because of the other people around him. But you're definitely going to be able to see all his skill sets on display, and that's a fact. I mean,
he had 33 and 9 and 9 tonight in beating in beating Denver, and that was a big win for him, man. And he's starting to put those type of numbers up more frequently than before, where at the beginning of the season you would look at 11, 5 and 5. Now
we mentioned that he's finding his way.
He's just finding his rhythm.
That's it.
And you know what else? One of the I think one of the contributing factors, of course, he's getting comfortable, and that plays into it a lot. But you got to give side credit to Ryan Nembhard, because since they've inserted him and taken that pressure off Cooper to have to be the point guard, quote unquote, in the environment, that's taken a lot of pressure off him, and he's starting to actualize into his real description.
Yeah.
So that's also a reason for his a sudden outbreak is Nembhard. He's been giving them a new dimension that's been helping.
The thing that'll be interesting, and it's always interesting when this happens, because it's different, I think, with LeBron coming into the fold with the Lakers, but it's going to be the same thing when Kyrie comes in with Dallas. How does he integrate himself back into the system? And maybe now he doesn't have to be such a dominant ball handler like he's been, in certain years when it was just him and Luka at Dallas, and him last year at Dallas. So now how do you find your rhythm again because I think his game's going to change a little bit from the injury he had. That's just natural. That's just natural, So we'll see where he fits himself back into the system, and maybe he doesn't have to work
was
that
that
hard.
ACL or what was it, ACL?
I think it was ACL. Yes.
Okay. But he's such a maestro. I see him fitting himself in seamlessly. I mean, with Kyrie, I think that he's going to bring intelligence, and just as Ryan Nembhard has brought a dimension that they need, that point guard role, as to facilitate, to get guys to regulate out there. I think Kyrie will do a terrific job of that. I think he's just going to add to that. He's going to think about that mix with Kyrie. That's just
yeah. Well, it'll be interesting because I know there were some murmuring about maybe trading Anthony Davis. But I don't think that would be a good move. I mean, see people put that out there. I don't think that's it. I mean, is the only thing you ever worry about him is durability. That's all you worry about with him. Durability, because he'll be playing well, and then all of a sudden he'll have a freakish injury, and you'll be and then he's out for like 10 games.
That's true.
And it's like I think they're on the verge of being ready to win right now. I can't remember the big kid's name that they have for them that's out right now, but the athleticism that he brings to their front line, and when Anthony Davis is healthy, he's
lively,
lively, Derek Lively,
and then there's two of them. I forgot the other cat's name.
Yeah. When you get their whole team together, man, there's a nice, and now that Cooper is playing, at a level and doesn't look like what he's playing like. he doesn't look like a rookie anymore.
There
That's
you
what it
go.
is. He
Early,
doesn't look
yeah.
like a rookie. You know,
Well,
he looks
well,
like tonight he was
Nick was
making
gonna have
yeah, it was fun.
Nico's gonna have some redemption, I think, this season because I think when
Nico
Kyrie
who?
comes back,
The general
they fired
manager.
the general manager to get
He's gone. He's gone.
but he's gonna have some redemption because I think that they're gonna find their stride at some point during the season. When the playoffs happen, I think Dallas is gonna contend. Now you heard me say that.
Yeah,
Remember, I said that now.
yeah, it wasn't his fault that they,
No,
they
not at
got
all.
players hurt, and, that you
Yeah,
had.
not at all.
I mean, if somebody they wanted somebody to be the fall guy for Luka going, and
Luka,
and
yeah.
at the end of the day, I think I just think it's gonna be best for both parties. You know what I mean? It was great for the Lakers, and it's gonna be great for the Mavericks.
Eventually,
I thought that after the trade, I was saying that if you look at it on paper, they look pretty good. If Davis is playing the way, if all pieces are playing the way they're supposed to play, and like you said, and Cooper is playing well now, so it'd be interesting if they all come back and healthy, man.
So one of my favorite positions is the snipers in the league, and we talked about how the relative ease at which Knueppel scores, and
Yes.
I I I look at that kid, and if the All-Star game was next week and he was assigned to an All-Star spot for the East, I mean, you wouldn't be mad. I mean, it'd be a promotional coup, but it's just special to watch how easy.
Not enough room.
I know it's not enough room, man, but
it's not.
Love snipers. I love the way how easy Durant scores. I even love Duncan Robinson. I love guys like that, man. Just rifleman.
Right down the middle.
I mean, every time they shoot, you expect them to make it.
The thing you like about Knueppel is he, you know what? He doesn't really take bad 3 shots. He takes really good. I mean, look at it, and he's so efficient. He's so efficient that like we love watching when the ball's released out of Steph's hands or out of Clay's hands when Clay was younger. Now you're looking at Knueppel in the same way. Like, man, you love seeing it. Like, you love seeing the release. But you also what you respect is the shot quality. That's what you respect is the shot quality.
Everything about how he plays, Craig. Think about it. It's a whole bunch of players in the league who are talented, who have a lot of skill set, but if you would take who wouldn't take Knueppel on their team? What team couldn't use Knueppel?
Yeah, he has that kind of game. He can play for anybody.
And the crazy thing is like I think I saw the other day, he's made 100 threes already. 100 threes
in history.
The fastest in the history of the game to get that many threes, and I think his percentage is ridiculous. It's crazy because on some way we thought the Lakers connect would be a little bit like that, but he's taken the whole opposite turn of what we thought he was going to. We thought he would have been that same type of deal.
Dalton doesn't have the same kind of mobility.
Yeah.
He gets Khan gets anywhere he wants to on the floor. He knows how to use his body. He has great footwork. He's a good ball handler. Connect can dribble a little bit, but we talked about ball handling before. He doesn't have that in this game because he's talented.
He was just a little bit bigger, a little more athletic, and you just thought
he's athletic too.
He's athletic. He's athletic.
I agree. I agree with you, Craig. Yeah, I thought the same. I thought so about Connect.
Yeah.
I think he's in his head a little bit though.
Yeah,
you're right.
Connect's in his own head a little bit. Yeah. So his minutes have been cut. when LeBron came back, it kind of set him back. His minutes have been cut a little bit. So now he's getting spot minutes, and he has to perform when he gets in, and it seems like he puts a little pressure on himself. So hopefully he gets out of it, man.
Well, your Lakers. Speaking of your Lakers, Ed. I know you're a Golden State man, but you're also a Lakers man. But so I defend LeBron James a lot out here because, like I said, I can evaluate a person's basketball IQ by how they speak about and how they evaluate LeBron. But one person said something that was, I had to think about it. He said that, the LA's chemistry was better before LeBron showed up, even though LeBron is obviously a positive asset to an environment. But he makes a chemistry difference in the lineup. And I know it's kind of tough to say things because of right now Luka's out of the lineup. But I mean, speak to that. Speak to LeBron's contribution and how Los Angeles hasn't quite fared as well since his arrival.
I don't think you can give it a great evaluation because, like I said, they've been hurt. AR just getting back today. Luka's hurt, right? When they were playing well, when LeBron was out, they weren't playing against great teams. You know what I'm saying? They were running through teams with bad records. They have bad records now, but it was early in the season. They were in a flow, but I was questioning how they're going to play when LeBron gets back, and I was more concerned about AR. Was he going to continue to play at the pace he was playing? And he played okay a few games, but then I think more of the problem is LeBron adjusting to being the third option. That's what I think. That on top of they don't play no defense, man. They don't defend, and it's gonna end up it's gonna cost them.
Well, I think what's gonna I believe that too. I think what's gonna cost them is because we all know when we get to the playoffs or we get to right before the playoffs are starting.
Yes.
Possession by possession becomes bigger. So now all of a sudden, you really got three main perimeter guys out there on the floor playing together, and they all need the ball to be successful. The reason why the Lakers early looked so good is because they're playing a lot in transition with an up tempo. Teams aren't going because like right now, like I just watched tonight, and teams are scoring 128, 135 points a night. We know when we get to the playoffs, you're going to have games of 102, 107, not 120. I mean, and that's just the way the game is played, So I think it's going to be interesting to see for the Lakers because, like you said, defensively, I don't know if those three guys out on the floor can maintain being able to play at the physicality on the defensive side of the ball. But and then it comes down to and then it's going to come down to when the pace and the tempo slows down, how are they going to be as effective playing together? And so it's going to be interesting. It's the fun part of why we watch because we want to see what's going to happen.
True.
We want to see how they're going to make adjustments, how they're going to be able to play together, how they're going to be able to win consistently against the top teams. So that to me,
I think they're at an advantage when it slows down. When they play half court sets, I think they're at an advantage because of Luka and how smart AR and LeBron is. So I think they're at an advantage. They have trouble to me when they run into these young teams and want to get up and down the court on them. Well, they can't transition well. See, so the San Antonios, the Oklahomas, they're going to hurt them every time. Portland.
That's true.
These young teams.
That's funny you said that, Ed, because you talk about the top, the young teams and the top team in the same sentence. The team that satisfies that is the San Antonio Spurs. Are we witnessing the changing of the guard in real time? I mean, even tonight, San Antonio. That's two in a row against OKC for San Antonio. They beat them convincingly tonight. I haven't got a chance to watch that game yet.
Yeah, and you know how it is too. Is for OKC, that might be their kryptonite. Is that matchup right there? Because
That's what it looks like.
because
That's exactly what
it,
it looks like.
yeah, it doesn't. It's their kryptonite, and
Hmm.
however San Antonio play, but the, I think they're going to be against a lot because when Wembyana decides he wants to do what he wants to do, and that is dictate tempo at there's nothing nobody can do. There's not,
Doesn't he
on both
provide
ends
so
of the
many
floor.
options, Craig?
Yeah.
Craig,
Yeah.
doesn't he just give a coach so many options? Isn't it
Oh,
crazy?
yes. Yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, you're sitting at home and and you have to be careful because you gotta make sure you're getting those right options, but you also got to let them play too. So
Yeah.
there's that balance.
That's right.
You know.
Now we were
Hmm.
talking about something, talking about balance and letting kids play because I believe in freedom. Well, I believe in comfort. You want your players to be comfortable, whatever that
Right.
looks like. You don't. You
Uh-huh.
know, there's truths and there's facts, and as a coach, you have to regulate truths in between facts because some kids they want to jack up and do things that aren't inside their skill set necessarily, but um man, if you look at what San Antonio has to offer and talk about the options, what don't they have? I mean,
They got everything.
when you look at
They do.
they
They
have
defend. They
they
defend too.
really and they defend
Hmm.
because they've
They're-
when Wemby's on the floor, man, they're the that's what an incredible cog to have
Yeah.
defensively.
Well,
So,
well,
man,
yeah, you can pressure, you can push your pressure out because you have the aircraft carrier in the back who's blocking everything,
Man.
and a contesting thing,
Wingspan.
you
Yes.
know. Yeah, so
True.
that you can pressure out even further, you know, So it's man, yeah, there's some fun matchups, some fun basketball to see.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Looking
lost my
forward to
train
it.
of thought for a second, but what I wanted to say was what was delicate and the delicate decision for Mitch to have to make is, and what Ed and I were talking about, uh, and we talked about it. I touched on it last week. I think Wemby should be more judicious about when he takes threes because I know it's a part of his game. I know he's a capable 3-point shooter.
Right.
But there should be certain junctures in the game where he should do the majority of his operating inside that box, even if it's just a certain game or a certain juncture of a game, because he's so unstoppable. If you have that type of weapon, if you have, in my opinion, if you have a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar type weapon, you got to take advantage of that. You have to talk about dictating games, Craig. I think
Yes.
that you can dictate every circumstance in any matchup in the NBA if you start the game inside out with Wemby.
Right,
My opinion.
right.
Yeah.
I'm of the
Yeah.
same opinion as well, and
Hmm.
I just listening to the kid talk. He sounds like he understands the power of what he has, and then he understands how valuable it will be to play to whatever presence that they need. And I don't think I
Hmm.
think
Yep.
early on
There you
when he
go.
came in, he was fascinated with being the unicorn and being able to do those things right there. And it's kind of sometimes it's kind of more of a European style of play that he was playing, when he came here. Obviously they play a lot of that style of basketball, but now that he's understanding the value, he doesn't take as many threes, but you still would like him to do more. He put his presence more around the put his presence on being around the basket a little bit more. And it's not just us talking it. You hear NBA announcers and stuff like that when they comment on
Say the
that right there,
same,
they're
man.
saying the same thing. They're saying the same things,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
he's got good people around him, and but it's for Mitch being a young coach, that's probably his first challenge of really trying to, get him to have be that guy and have fun with it, as opposed to feeling
Yeah.
like he's restricted.
Use his weapon to the greatest advantage of the team. With that, period. I'm Troy Miles, and I am here to tell you about the virtual game of basketball. Yes. The math, physics, and fundamentals, forward by Lenny Wilkins. If you haven't read this book, it's time to cop a copy. Time to cop a copy. Indeedy. Anyway, if you love basketball, you will love the virtual game of basketball. Really, it's the martial arts of basketball, all wrapped up into a nice little, easy to digest book. You'll love it. Trust me on that. In the world gone free. I mean, hey, but you know what? We know it's fun to watch. You know, we talk about, you know, the trends in basketball changing, and now it's a three-point happy league or whatever like that. One of the things that I'm liking right now that's trending, quote unquote, is teams are picking up 94 feet now.
Love it.
And because of the
You're right. You're right.
Because of the 8-second clock, teams are forcing teams to handle a little bit of backcourt pressure. I love it. I mean, I love seeing that. I love seeing that action. I mean, now that you have so many hybrids on teams running around, so many positionless players, that switching and all those different kind of things, it facilitates that. So it makes the rotations easier. So you're seeing trapping, full court. I mean, I'm digging that part of the game.
Yes.
Muggsy need to come out of retirement. That's what you're saying, huh? Muggsy. Yes.
There's a place in the game for the ball hawks, the guys, the new guys in the league, the Sion James guys, the Daniels, those tough defenders that help regulate defensively. There's a role for these guys now, and I love that role. I love the hard-nosed guys that locks up on defense. You know, you've got a helpful addition in LA with Marcus Smart, that what he brings to the table.
Tough.
That hard-nosed defensive presence, man.
It's funny how it's coming back to that, where it used to be that, right? And then all of a sudden we went back to it is almost like, if you want to know the truth, it was almost like players got too cool to play like that. You know what I mean? They lost that could be a positive impact on you being out on the floor.
That's being a rule change thing, Craig.
What's that?
That's a rule change thing. That's because you can't touch an MF. You can't get up in anybody anymore. It's a foul.
Yeah.
We can go on and on and on and talk about, you know, who the top players and top teams are, and who the surprises are, and all those good things about the NBA. And because the NBA is fantastic as always, but fellas, once again, we are at the end of another exciting telecast, and you know, once again, we're very thankful for, you know, we appreciate you guys. If you hung with us tonight, and you know, and share along in the conversation, that's part of the reason that we do this, is to engage you guys. And, you know, like I said, it's just three guys having a conversation, and these are the conversations we've been having for 20 plus years. You know, we've been talking basketball since the college days, for real. And so it's just fun to share topics, you know, old school views, talking about new school news. So, you know, we are hopeful that you have a very happy holiday, and everyone stays safe. We'll be at you again same time next Thursday. Anything else, fellas?
Happy holidays.
Enjoy your holiday.
And everybody else.
Yep.
Definitely.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
I guess we're out. Pete.
All right.